What's up, guys? Travis here. Going to be talking about the new Satanic Warmaster album, Exultation of Cruelty. This came out in the end of 2024. I was hyped for it and wasn't disappointed how it turned out. This is a one-man band from Finland, led by Tyrant Werewolf, who's a part of many different bands. The most popular one, besides Satanic Warmaster, being Horna, who also have a record from this year, among other good ones. But I'm mostly just a fan of Satanic Warmaster's first three albums, including Carolean Satanic Madness and the debut Strength and Honor. This album retains that signature raw metal production, while still not exactly sounding like it was recorded in a tin can or trying to be super noisy and abrasive. What separates Satanic Warmaster from the other black metal bands in general is that they're one of the few artists with really engaging riffs and stay true to the raw black metal sound. First off, let's look at the cover. Okay, he's got the arm spikes on. I don't think I've ever seen anyone pull that off this well. Animal carcasses on the wall behind him, his gigantic curtain. I mean, he looks pissed. He's pissed about something. He's mad as shit. This album opens with the track Black Circle of Death, which has a beginning with some standard in-your-face black metal that eventually leads into a pretty great riff, then switches up the tempo and takes a darker turn in the style Satanic Warmaster does really well. This is kind of the three-punch style that this band does. It's not necessarily super formulaic or anything, considering how interesting it sounds. That's really how you can describe the songs. The first part lives in this heavy, intense zone where they're just slamming the guitars, and then they hit you with another interesting riff, and then it goes super moody and slower. It's a little slower. Yeah, that's kind of the way these songs work. The second track, Harken, the Bells of Damnation, literally opens with the sound of an explosion and goes immediately back into the gritty guitar playing. This shit sounds evil as fuck. Then the song As Blood Snarls a Macaw Silhouette is almost 8 minutes long and prominently features a pretty moody and emotional riff that fans of DSBM might enjoy. However, it conveys a serious range of interesting guitar ideas and picks up the speed at the end. Then there's a track without any vocals, Lord of Blood and Darkness, which implements some dark keyboards underneath the heavy guitars. It's definitely one of the highlights of the album because personally I just love black metal instrumentals like this. Exhale the Vapors of Starlit Tombs has an amazing backing track that switches itself up quite a bit and has some depth to it. Behold the Infernal Kingdom of Hell is probably my favorite track for its incredibly unique and memorable guitar tone at certain moments, and I consider it the most aggressive track. The closing track, A Dead Rose for a Dying World, is another highlight. It's 90 minutes of intensity in its purest form. Yeah, shout out to the Transylvanian for recommending this band in his videos. He got me into a lot of different black metal bands like this, Goat Moon, Destroyer 666, and others. I just want to say fuck you to the website Rate Your Music for recently adding the genre Red and Anarchist Black Metal. Who the heck has even heard of this? It just seems like a way to deal with the fact that they won't ever add RAC type bands for whatever reason. Like, that's at least something people have actually heard of to a larger extent. Also, it's pretty hilarious how they won't even acknowledge their own page for Screwdriver and call it like super Nazi music, and well, there really isn't much extreme lyrics on their albums in the way of racism or violence or targeting a specific group of people. It's all just vague white pride shit to the most bare minimum degree. I get why you wouldn't want to add the genre, but why even allow the musical entries on the site? If they're Nazis in your eyes, why even promote the music? And by the way, the answer to that is that it's only there to ban every user that gives it a 5-star, 10 out of 10 rating on these albums. Yes, they give their users an option to give the album a 5-star rating, but if it's one of the Nazi albums on their own site, they ban your account. Why even allow the option to rate it in the first place? It's just an album, for fuck's sake. Also, it's just pathetic how they'd add this Antifa black metal label that nobody's heard of as an entire branch of the website, and at the same time include the album, like the Nazi albums, alongside them, but not give them a genre. Nobody's even heard of Antifa black metal before. Also, I'm pretty sure that half the bands on this RABM list are significantly more focused on politics in their lyrics than most bands considered NSBM. Anyways, I'm gonna give this album an 8 out of 10. You know, decent 8. It's one of the best black metal albums I've heard that's come out in recent years. So, thanks for watching.